Hi YouTubers, it's our nice to do some videos before the demo. So if you're wondering why my shirt is wet right now, it's because I was outside smoking in my designated smoking area in my apartment. So I got soaked. So I wasn't wearing a raincoat. I wasn't aware it was going to be starting to rain, and I got soaked. My shirt is soaked, so I'll probably be changing my shirt pretty soon. If you're wondering I don't have pit stains, it's because I was outside in the rain. So anyway, back to the video topic, Big Ass Cigar for Life. I want to talk about right now a interesting ramble. So as of November 6th, 2017, I want to talk about something I've alluded to in the past, but I really never discussed in detail, and that is people who think they have the right to control your channel, hence the name controlling comments. These are people who believe, for whatever reason, they have the right to control your channel, and they have the right to enforce your channel, even though in reality, the only people who have a right to control your channel is YouTube and Google. So really, YouTube is your boss on YouTube, Big Ass Cigar for Life. Nice big ass YouTube for life. Also, Google Plus, Google's your boss, really. I mean, really, at the end of the day, your boss on YouTube, the person who supervises your channel, is YouTube and Google. But I want to talk about the very rare circumstances where somebody is allowed to enforce their channel. Now, this is not a rant about trolls. This is not a rant about how much I hate trolls. Because there are people who say, stop making videos, dude, your videos suck, dude. Stop making videos, your videos suck. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the very rare circumstances where really only two circumstances I can think of where a person actually has a right to control your channel. They actually have a right to enforce your channel and stop you from making videos because it's freedom of speech. Big Ass Cigar for Life. It's like, if I want to make a video of me sitting here going blah, 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 that is my choice. If I want to make an in-depth, detailed video about cigars and pipes, that is my choice also. And people do not have a right to control your channel. It's like, people can criticize you, critique you, but you can block them, you get the point. But back to the video topic, I want to discuss the two circumstances where a person does have the right to control your channel. Number one, and the most common, is copyright. So if you infringe your copyright in any way, then they do have a right to control your channel. They can report you to YouTube, they can file a DMCA claim, or a Digital Millennium Copyright claim against your video, and then they can take it down. So obviously, if somebody reposts your videos, you have a right to file a copyright claim with YouTube. Not giving legal advice, not a lawyer, Big Ass Cigar for Life. But yes, people actually have a right to take down videos that people repost. So if somebody is reposting my videos or somebody else's videos on their channel to make money, whatever, then you do have a right to take it down because you're infringing your copyright, because that is your material you created. I mean, assuming that it's your material. So if you're infringing somebody else's copyright, that's a whole different story, but you get the point. Second way is if you are in some way harassing them or bullying them or somehow threatening them in a way that they deem threatening. That is the second way. So the second way is, for instance, I'm going to just give an example. This is not based on any fact. This is just a random example. For instance, if somebody was being slightly rude to you on your channel and you freaked out on them and said, go effing die, whatever, it's like, really terrible comment like that, then yes, they do have a right to report you to YouTube for harassing and bullying and threatening and predatory behavior. But aside from those two reasons, copyright, which is the most common, and over-the-top bullying, harassing, threatening, stalking, predatory behavior, aside from that, people don't have a right to control your channel. Because at the end of the day, whether you're sitting here going blah, 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 or you're making in-depth, detailed videos, you get 250,000 views, it doesn't matter. So people can criticize you, critique you, people can dislike the videos, people can unsubscribe. Oh, another thing, I forgot another thing. There is a third way. And the third way is if you make videos that violate the community guidelines. That is, the third way your videos can be taken down, and they have a right to control your videos, is if you make a video that is inappropriate, that violates the YouTube terms of service, or violates the YouTube community guidelines. For example, if you made a video about porn, Cigar for Life, or you made a video about just bad stuff like animal abuse, drug abuse, bomb making, anything illegal like that, shock video, disgust video, horror video, anything gory like that, then yes, they do have a right to report that video to YouTube, and then YouTube decides whether or not to give you a community guidelines strike or to take down your channel altogether. But aside from those three examples, really, there might be a couple others I'm not thinking of, but aside from that, really the only person who can control your channel is YouTube, hence Google. So it's nobody else. It's like people can unsubscribe, people can dislike the videos, people can leave you nasty ass comments like the big ass cigar, comments like the big ass cigar. But aside from that, people can't actually control your channel. So give me your thoughts. Bye, big ass cigar for life.